The future of 81 is once again the focus of attention here in central New York as the state DOT has released its final options for the aging stretch of highway. Right now, the tunnel option is back on the table as the state and federal governments consider how to move ahead with the I-81 project through downtown Syracuse. Remember, it was 17 different plans that had been considered, and now the list has been whittled down to 3.
And the state says it's still considering a tunnel to replace the aging section of the elevated highway, but so far, none of the tunnel options are good enough. One option is called the viaduct alternative. It would demolish the existing 81 viaduct and a full reconstruction of 81 between Colvin and Spencer Streets. It's estimated it would take between 4 and 6 years and cost $1.4 billion.
Option 2, called the community grid alternative. This would tear down the elevated section of 81, make improvements to 481, which would be then called 81. The streets under the current 81 will be joined together. That's a $1 billion project. And remember, that's what we used to call the boulevard. Now, the plan to dig a tunnel is still an option, although the state needs to find a suitable way to do that. The cost for that is really unknown because no firm plan exists. It's likely to be more than either of these other 2 price tags, so more than $1.4 billion. Well, now at 6, Samantha German joins us live along that elevated section through Syracuse with how some people are reacting, including one senator who's had a strong voice on this. Samantha.
Matt and Megan, right now, thousands of drivers are making their way home right now, taking I-81 going through downtown Syracuse. Now, over the next few years, this picture will change considerably. Now that the lengthy list has been narrowed to 3, the community can react to specific plans for the future of the elevated highway. One of the big developments from the state DOT tonight is keeping the idea of a tunnel alive. Those who have been against 81 being rerouted around the city have been pushing for a tunnel that would still be designated as the interstate highway.
I asked the commissioner specifically whether the tunnel and the boulevard ideas would be mutually exclusive, because there's many people in this district that believe that if you want to get off on a boulevard and go somewhere at Syracuse, God bless you. But they should have another alternative. They keep going from south of Syracuse to north of Syracuse in a continuous pattern, which would be approximately a 1 mile tunnel.
The original tunnel options were all dismissed by the state DOT, but they are now going back to the drawing board to see if the engineers can find a way to make a tunnel option viable that would go underneath the streets of downtown and reconnect to Syracuse's north side. For now, reporting live in Syracuse, I'm Samantha German.
It's a big decision for our community.
Yeah, a lot of change to come. Now, the state DOT is now entering what they call the final phase of the final environmental impact statement. Now, when that's complete, they'll identify a preferred option.
Now, there's no precise deadline for completion, but it is the last stage before the DOT will reach a decision on the future of 81.
Congressman John Katko could play a key role in the future of 81. He sits in a key transportation committee that could help bring federal money to Syracuse for this reconstruction. Congressman Katko just released a statement about the 3 final choices.
He says this, quote, Central New York deserves to have a full and robust community dialogue on this important project, and I'm happy to see that today's report includes a variety of reasonable alternatives. When Katko took office, he expressed concern that tunnel options were being ruled out by state studies.